You weren't watching. We're live, Audrey.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live, the show where all great things happen. Um, Let me gather my bearings here. So it's just going to be me tonight. Little old me with my fly unzipped, like always. Um, so yeah, Jenna is doing a little bit of healing right now, and yeah, so it's just going to be me, and if you guys have any questions or comments, if you haven't been on the show before, this is a place where you can ask any questions about hooping, and I'll answer them. I can help you if you're working on something. If you've been thinking of a thought that you just kind of want to put out there, I can read it and yeah, and like start a really cool conversation. If you have any questions for me too, feel free to ask. I answer all questions unless they're strange. Then I'll consider it. Depend on the strange level. And yes, my finger is blue. I'm turning into an alien. So, um, so yeah, go ahead and leave those comments down below. And we're going to have the show a little bit shorter tonight because we are having the Hooping Live team meeting. For those of you who want to be a part of the team, we're having a meeting afterwards. If you go on the Hooping Live website, on the left-hand side, there is a tab that says Join Our Team, and there is a quick little kind of like job application survey sort of thing. And if you want to fill that out while the show's going and then submit it, we're going to be doing the show at what time, Craig?
This show wraps, and I'm actually going to put the link to come in on my Facebook page. So they'll be able to find it right there and get on, but they're going to have to be friends with me on Facebook to see it.
Okay, cool. Let me uh, get my head back on my shoulders. Put your head on your shoulders, girl. So yeah, so I'm gonna say so about 100 more times so we can see what happens, and then we'll start reading comments. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Audrey, also known as Audrey here on the YouTubes. I've been hooping for about 4.5 years, and I am primarily a hoop pather, so I go by the way of the hoop path, which if you don't know what that means, it is a Baxter's kind of little creation that Baxter Livingston, Baxter Jonathan, he has lots of names. Who cares? And I care. I'm just kidding. It's been one of those days, guys. It's been one of those days. And yeah, so I love it. I love it a whole lot. And I'm going to do some of that for you. So let me rearrange my house real quick. Cue the elevator music.
And before you start, Audrey, if we can get you to pose with your hoop, because you're real sharp right now in HD. You can get a screenshot.
I can do it. Okay, so I'll do a quick little demo here.
Can you pose for the screenshot first?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. 1, 2, got it.
Oh, too low. I don't know if anyone just caught that or not. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay. Yeah, there's a quick demo. That's what hooping is for those of you who don't know. And for those of you who do hoop and saw that and see anything that you want me to teach you, let me know and I'll try to figure it out. Catch my breath. So yeah, it's weird not having, well, I guess not too weird, but usually Jenna will talk while I'm able to kind of recollect myself. So if there's a couple quiet pauses, just give me a break. Okay, so yeah, for those of you just joining, go ahead and leave the comments down below. It is just me tonight, and I'm answering any of your questions from hooping to non-hooping and so on and so forth. So we're going to go ahead and get to some of these questions. Since the show is going to be a little bit shorter, like I said, we will be doing the kind of group interview for the Hooping Live team after this. The application is on the Hooping Live website if you want to fill it out. And I do want to just say a quick tribute to a very special person. Last week on Monday, earlier that day, a very beloved friend of all of ours, Robin Williams, took his life, as many of you know, and it happened that night of the show, and I didn't find out till the next morning, and I felt like I wish I would have known so we could have paid a tribute to him that night of Hooping Live. So I want to go ahead and do a little tribute and dedicate the show to him. He was definitely a favorite of mine and many other people's, and very sad to see him go. And yeah, I'm not going to cry. I've been crying all week about it, so let's just move forward. I was like talking to Craig, and I was just like weeping over text, and he's like, "Please stop crying." It's like, anyway. Linda Edwards says, "Hi Audrey, I've been in my first relationship and gained weight from getting too comfortable with my boyfriend's cooking. Oh wow. The problem is in the chest area. It's affecting my health. Do you suggest any hoop tricks that mainly focuses on the chest? Also love the handle workouts. Thanks a bunch." The handle workouts. Do you know what that is?
Love handle workouts. To get rid of love handles.
Oh, love handles. I thought you meant like love handle workouts. Okay. Love handle workouts. Gotcha. Yes. And that's awesome that your boyfriend cooks for you. That's cool. Anyway, so moving forward. Love handles. Girl's best friend. Not. I'm going to suggest what I like to do, or how I kind of like work on mine, because I have a really curvy part of my body right here, and I like to try to push it in, but the way my body's formed, unfortunately, I never will be able to like be like a perfect hourglass figure, so I just kind of do what I can like most of us do, but I am my own perfect figure. I don't like when I say stuff like that. We should not talk down to our bodies, right, ladies? High five. Anyway, God, Audrey, you are so awkward today. I suggest for like anything workout core related, if you want to like get some abs, or if you want to work down those love handles or strengthen your legs, get a nice heavy hoop. And what you do is you can hoop around your waist, you can hoop around your chest or like kind of your butt area. So if you do that, you just kind of go shoulder width apart with your legs, and you're going to kind of go boom, 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 like a back and forth kind of motion, and try to get nice and fast and focus all of that energy and motion onto those love handles. What the hoop will do is it works that waist area and kind of like pushes it in, so it can help kind of get rid of love handles a little bit. And what was the other one? My chest, it's affecting my health. Do you suggest any hoop tricks that mainly focuses on the chest? I mean, you have your basic chest hooping, shoulder hooping, anything like chest rolls are good. You can do all forms of chest rolls, actually. There are so many of them, so don't limit yourself with those. What else is cool to do on the chest? You can do stalls. which is where you stop the hoop. You can do breaks and paddles, obviously. I know that one pretty well. These are called breaks, and these are paddles, and these are breaks and paddles. And you can do a bunch of cool variations of these. And that's a kind of a good thing. I think that's what you meant. I hope that's what you meant. If not, let me know if you have any further questions on that comment, and I would be happy to answer them for you. Nicolina, hi. Nicolina, hey, says, what's your general rule for accepting hoopers as Facebook friends? This is a great question. For those of you watching who have added me on Facebook and I have not added you back, it's probably because I did not see your friend request. I have so many friend requests, it is a little obnoxious. And I'm not saying that in like, oh, I have so many friend requests. It's like I just let them build up and I'm like, oh, I'll check through all of them one day and see who I know and who I want on my list or whatever. I generally, if there's a hoop in the picture, I click accept because I'm like, oh, it's a hooper. Like, all hoopers are my friends. So I tend to do that. My Facebook is definitely a little over bearing right now with hoopers, but I've kind of just decided that Facebook is just going to be kind of a hooping friend thing. But typically I do accept hoopers, but sometimes the friend requests get lost and I can't find them. So if you did send me a request and I did not accept it, and you know that like we've spoken or that I want to add, like if you're a hooper, I want to add you, send me a personal message or something, and I'll be sure to add you on up. So Lirina, anyway, have you ever made your own hoops? If you did, where did you get your supplies? Yes, I have made my own hoops many a times. Do not really make them anymore unless it's under a special occasion. I got my supplies at Lowe's. I got my tubing, my cutters, and my little things. Help me out here. Hold on. Don't get to see it. Don't get to see it. I can't find it.
This is how you all can tell it's live TV.
I can't find it. I'm sorry. Cufflinks. The thing that goes in the thing that you just put them together with. That sounds so wrong. I am sorry. And then hooptape.com. There's a bunch of great hoop tape sites where you can just pick out your tapes and have them ordered and sent to your house. And that's about it. But if you want to do like polypropylene and stuff, that's a whole nother ball game. That's like you need like a big machine or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of great sites that you can do research on to find out how to make hoops if you're really interested. I like to say it's about a $250 investment. You definitely make that money back pretty quick. And there's also a lot of time involved in it, so definitely prepare yourself for it if you want to do something like that. So Caitlin Cochrane says, how far into hooping did you first start to fire hoop? It's also a good question. You guys are rocking it on the questions tonight. I waited. I have a very strong opinion about fire hooping and how fire is a very sacred element and should be treated with respect. And I'm not the kind of person that like started hooping and then went straight into fire hooping because I thought it was cool. I wanted to become a decent hooper, and I wanted my fire virginity to be taken, like I wanted it to be like made love to. I didn't want to just like get it over with. I wanted it to be beautiful with someone I liked, and that's what I got to do. Hi, my little precious baby. I waited about a year and a half, and I went to my friend's house. We had tea. She built a little fire pit. Um, her boyfriend came out and played the drums for me, and she like lit my fire, and it was very beautiful, and it was scary and fun, and all I did was one wick around my waist, and then I did 2 wicks, and then 3 wicks, and I just kind of built from there. So it was a lot of fun. But you know, a lot of people have different opinions on fire, so I don't think mine's the right one. But I do think that waiting it out is a cool idea because it just kind of gives you something to look forward to, and yeah. Plus, you'll be more confident when you do it if you know what you're doing. Let's see. Any tips? What does it say? Any tips? Where I lost it? I lost it. There you are. Any tips for hooping in cold weather? Yeah. Layer up and then get the magical grip tape Velcro stuff from Bonnie Brown that sticks to clothing, or create a space in your house and learn to hoop in small perimeters and work on small perimeter tricks because they're just as effective in the long run. And you can also always find someone that maybe has a space, or if you can rent a space at a gym to play at, that's always an option. But yeah, it kind of depends on your situation. Hope that helps.
Audrey, Sarah also replied to her comment and said leg warmers.
Oh yeah, leg warmers are a great idea. Anything that you can do to stay warm, that's kind of convenient for hooping, is smart, definitely. I usually did like leggings, leg warmers, boots, some sort of long shirt, a jacket with a big furry hood, gloves, a beanie, and yeah, you know, the regular stuff. Anyway, let's move forward. That was not lame. Alyssa Dawn says, isolations for complete beginners. Oh, girly. All right, we'll go over that in a second. Caress M. Sorry if I butcher any of y'all's names. Hiya, I've been looking for folds. Loving folds. I was wondering, what moves do you like to use in and out of folds? I love to see combos and what you use. Love you, girls. Awesome. Those are 2 great questions. And I'll start with the isolations, and then we'll go on to the folding, which is a little bit more of an advanced maneuver. Oh, once. I want to be the very best. No one ever was. Each Pokemon to my best. Alright, so isolations, for those of you who don't know, this is an isolation. The hoop is being isolated, shock or shear, is being isolated in one space, floating through time. You can do all sorts of isolations as long as it is in this one spot. So, and there's also a ton of different things like isopops and whatnot, but if we're talking about the basic isolation, then, sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of an allergy issue today, is going to be, alright, so pretend your hoop is a clock, okay, and there's a center of the clock. And the clock doesn't go like this. The clock ticks around like that. So if you put something and center yourself, have something in the center of your hoop, and move the hoop around that center so it doesn't touch it, you'll kind of understand the basic idea of keeping the hoop in that spot. And then what you want to do with your hands is palms facing inward. You're going to use your right hand, or whatever you want to do. You're going to use one hand and come up to the top, grab the hoop, switch hands, come down to the bottom. And it's almost like you're drawing a circle. So I'm like tracing where that hoop is in the air. So then when you kind of get the flow of it, you can do this. And then when you want to go one-handed, it's that same concept, but when you get right here, it's kind of the hard part. And what you have to do is kind of push up and move your hand from here, flip it over to here. And if you go quickly, you'll be able to kind of get it a little smoother. Isolations take a lot of practice. It took me a long time to be able to get those things down, so be patient with yourself. And if you have any questions about anything I just said, let me know so I can help further explain it to you. Need isolations. She also said about isolations. I need help on isolations. Is there a right or wrong way? Okay, so I hope that that helped you out. So folds. And she said, wondering what moves do you use going in and out of folds? Okay, perfect. So for those of you who don't know, folds kind of look like this. Okay, so folds are pretty sloppy, and there's no really right or wrong way to do it. So you don't want to like make yourself go crazy over folds, saying like, okay, my technique needs to be just like this. That's not what folds are. Folds are getting yourself in a strange situation and going, ha. And kind of figuring it out as you go along. It's literally just kind of like flopping the hoop around your body and hoping it goes in the right place. Generally, you only use balance points, and you don't really grip the hoop when you fold, but you can. I typically kind of do half grip, half just regular kind of balance backstreet kind of folds. But what you can do is a basic fold is kind of like this. And what you do is you get into the position, which there are a lot of them. You can hold them like this. Ooh, see? You learn something new every day. You can also do stuff like this, which is folding the hoop. But what I like to do is I come around and I'll go into like a chest hooping, and I'll come out of the hoop into a folding routine. You can also, let's see, sometimes I do a lot of the chest fold. So you can kind of grab it on your chest, and then when you stop it, you can figure out how to kind of maybe flip it over. That's the thing about folding. I'm not going to be able to explain this well because folding is what you want it to be. If you balance a hoop on one point of your body, you can just play around with it and see where you get. So now I'm here. You can also do a fold like this, where you're here. And you can go into like that position in a lot of ways. You could maybe do kind of like a roll, boom, and then you're here into a folding position. You can really do anything from folding. It's a very versatile movement. Okay. I don't know if I made a lot of sense, but if it did, I hope it did. I hope it did. I hope it did. Oh, what was that comment? Okay, so Solfino says, I personally find that weighted hoops are easier to keep on the body when you're wearing layers, especially sweaters and warmers. I have got extremely heavy old beater ring that I only use when bundled up outdoors, if braving snow. Oh, there you go. See? Big hoops are great. That's an awesome tip. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope that folding worked a little bit for you guys. Sometimes it's just such an experimental move that you really just need to kind of go with it and see what you come up with. Jenna Hudson says, Hi Audrey, hope all is well. I was wondering if you could give a brief tutorial on escalator breaks. I think it's called that, the endless escalator, when you break the hoop instead of catching it. So you do, yes, I know what you're talking about. Let me look a reversed escalator up really quick. Just to see what this,
While you're doing that, you want me to give the contact information?
yeah, that'd be great.
So you can send an email to info@hoopinglive.com, info@hoopinglive.com. And if you want to join our planning session, go to facebook.com/Frederick News. That's my Facebook. Frederick, Frederick News, and put in a friend request, and then you'll be able to see that link to get into the planning meeting.
Text to the, yeah. Oh, copyright, copyright, copyright.
Hey guys, now I'm going to show you something called the escalator down.
Show me,
We've all
baby.
seen the escalator upwards, but now I'm going to teach you how to do it in reverse. So this is a really simple move. Basically, you're going to start with your hoop here. I start with mine in my left hand, but you can do it to the right too. Starting with my hoop in my left hand, I'm going to place it so that it's against my back. And you can see that here it comes up.
Yes, I know.
And you're going to let go.
Oh.
So, and wedge it, but catch it when it does get there. Let it go, and then catch it.
Okay.
But it goes here and wedges itself between the back of your head. So if your hoop's pretty hurt a little bit, but other than that.
Okay, baby. Don't know what you're talking about. Reverse. What's it called? The reverse? No. No. Wrong. The endless escalator moving. Wow, I spelled that so wrong. Escalator. Copyright. Should it? If I can just see this girl do it, I'll figure it out. I promise y'all. Oh, are you gonna do the move? Okay. Oh, okay. So it looks like when she's doing it, there is a chair. I will fight you. A break that happens. Does that look right? I feel like it doesn't look right. See, that's what I do for reverse escalators, but that's not right. Okay. So we're going down, down. When you're here, then you need to go back. I don't know. I don't know. I'll work on that and see if I can figure it out. I typically go like this. Whoa, that's not it. I do kind of like a folding version of it. Which is kind of, I don't know, different, same thing, whatever. So yeah, I'll work on that. Sorry, that's a little tough. That's a tough one. Michelle Lauren says, "Hi Audrey, tips for balancing the hoop. Different ways to balance it. Anything you learned from Hoop Path or on your own?" Yes. I got some tips for you. Balancing is hard. Another one of those moves that takes a lot of practice and patience and understanding the weight of your hoop. So you don't have to do this, but I like to kind of have my one hoop that I practice balancing stuff with. Just so until I really understand it, I'll be able to work on it. But so there's a couple different variations of balancing the hoop. There's point balancing, where you find a point on the body and you balance the hoop, obviously. Kind of holding it low and steady and kind of practicing it on 2 points on your hand and on your arm is kind of a good way to start. And staring at the top for some reason can help. And then once you get better, you can go up on like one hand, on your fingertips, wherever you want to balance the hoop. And then there's also open palm balancing, which is where you can open your hand and use your thumb, almost like a kickstand. So it's easier. And what's great about open palm is from here, you can go into like a chest roll. You can do those things. It was a little sloppy, I'm sorry. You can do, what else? I don't know, other things. You can do so many things. But it's awesome because balancing, if you hold it low, sometimes what I like to do is kind of throw it and then hold it, and sometimes that'll work for me. Be patient though. Don't feel like you have to be like using like one finger and just like balancing it and being like, I'm a pro. Because usually what I like to do is hold the hoop with my other hand like this and kind of just find those comfortable balance points and explore and see what works for me, and then go from there. So definitely just work on that and don't give up. Balancing is super hard, so don't let anyone make it seem like it's weird, because it's not. You are who you are. That was a cute face. So yeah, that's kind of what I learned at Hoop Path from Tiana and the Back Star. So I have to kind of make the show a little bit quicker tonight, but if you guys have any further questions, feel free to email me at info@hoopinglive.com or send me a message on Facebook on the Hooping Live Facebook page, because I'm totally down to help y'all out. Wes McKee says, "Hello there. What style of music do you prefer hooping to? I've been experimenting with flow in different styles and was wondering what you prefer. Thanks." I hoop to silence a lot, actually. It helps me. I feel like sometimes music controls the way my hoop moves instead of me personally controlling it. So sometimes I just kind of hoop to silence most of the time. But when I do hoop to music, I do still like to listen to dubstep, kind of chill, that pop stuff, the pop chill, W. Weber. And Coheed and Cambria is a big one for me. I love Led Zeppelin. Anything that I love and feel passionate about, I'll do. Because you said, I have experience with flow and different styles. Was wondering what you prefer. I saw the word flawless. No, I didn't. I'm going crazy. Yeah, so I'm going to take that for the last question tonight. Right, Craig? Do we need to end the show now?
More I just put in there.
Hmm?
There's one more question.
Oh, okay. Paige Hendy says, any tips for palm spins? Thanks. Yes. I actually have a tutorial online for that. Oh, Chakra, you're the cutest. I'm going to make this really quick, but my first tip is spin the hoop on the ground and kind of feel out where the hoop is going to spin. And kind of practice moving the hoop and getting a lot of spins in there. And then what you want to do is know how to kind of go like this, palm facing inward, come around. So if you try to come around and keep this part of your hand facing outward, you're going to get to a point that's really hard. So what you have to do is right when you get to that point, like right before that point is when you release for the spin and you come back down. So let me point this up a little bit, just a little bit. And come up and down. And don't like worry about like being like completely perfect as you do it. You can kind of do like one spin across the palm. But what I like to do is learn how to flick it. What you can do is just kind of bring it up, and you're going to twist your hand inward, let go, open your hand, and then catch it. And then as you get better at it, you can kind of do it a little slower and really open your hand for that palm spin effect. So when you're doing it like over your head like this, when you get here, you open, come across, come down. And if you want to kind of practice that spinning motion, you can just hold the hoop like you are as you're coming around and just flick your wrist. And it looks like you're doing like a bunch of spins, but you're actually going 1, 2. So when you do that movement, so practice doing that a couple times, and you'll find out where you like to start your spin. And then start opening your hand up little by little. Maybe just do like one quick spin, and you'll get it. I also like to do side ones where you kind of like pop it out, and that's when you just kind of learn to extend your arm and spin on the palm. Once you get comfortable with palm spins, you'll be able to do them. I like to do them down here a lot. It's kind of like part of my dance routine. I'll show you kind of like how I incorporate palm spins. A lot of times it's kind of hip hoppy, but I'll come out and I'll spin that way, or I'll kind of make it like a dramatic thing where I come out and spin over there, or I'll do something where I kind of I don't know how I get into it, but I'll let my palm spin kind of happen on the ground almost, kind of more like a hand spin, but sometimes it'll be more palmy, and I'll just kind of like act like it's pushing me away, and that can look really cool if you're in flow. And over the head's cool too, because you can just kind of, it gives you your other hand free time and your whole body a chance to kind of move without the other hand being in the way. And yeah, so you can do all sorts of things with palm spins. I really enjoy them. I think they're a really great thing to play with. So hopefully that helps. I'll try to post the, or just find it. It's on my thing somewhere in the world out there. Don't you love my descriptions of things? And my little kitty bitty wibby boo boo, yeah, yes. Okay, so guys, I'm going to wrap the show. If you guys are just now getting here, there's still a little bit of time to come onto the Hangout tonight. It's at what time, Craig?
Right after this, it's going to take me, maybe 5 minutes at the most to get it set up.
Yep, so about 9:45.
Yep.
We're going to do another Hangout. The link will be posted on the Facebook page. It's for anyone who feels interested in being part of the hoopingLIVE team. It's kind of like a group meeting. If you can't make this one, don't worry. Let me know, and we'll figure out a time to have another meeting. We're going to have a couple of them. We got an amazing amount of requests, which is great, which is why I kind of had to get them organized. And, God, Chakra, you're so cute. And Yeah. So if you want to go onto the website, and the application is on the left-hand side, like I said at the beginning of the show, you can fill it out, send it in, come on the show, talk a little bit about yourself, and we'll get the ball rolling. So hope to see you guys there if you're interested in being a part of the team. Thank you guys so much for all the comments today and the questions. They were awesome. You guys are awesome. And until next time, this is Audrey with hoopingLIVE every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Goodbye.